The worst part about watching your family farm burn to the ground isn't the flames. It's knowing you could have prevented it. It was 2:17 p.m. on a Friday when my phone rang for the 47th time that week. Same number, same desperation. I was standing in my corner office on the 32nd floor, overlooking downtown Chicago, when I finally let it go to voicemail.
Honey, please, the bank is threatening foreclosure. Your brother, he needs help. We need you.
3 years earlier, I would have dropped everything. But that was before Dad's lawyer read the will. Before 8 words destroyed everything I thought I knew about my family. I grew up with dirt under my fingernails and hay in my hair. Every morning at 5:30 a.m., I'd be in the barn with Dad, learning to read soil pH levels while my brother slept until noon. I was the one who restructured our crop rotation system at 16, increasing yields by 32%. I earned a full scholarship to agricultural business school while working at our farmer's market stand every weekend.
You've got the touch, kiddo. This land speaks to you.
He'd ruffle my hair when he said it. I believed him. My brother, Tyler, had different interests. He dropped out of community college twice. I worked as a bartender in town. Nice guy, popular, charming, but he couldn't tell you the difference between nitrogen deficiency and overwatering if his life depended on it. But Tyler had one thing I didn't. He was male. And in our father's world, apparently that was the only qualification that mattered. Dad died on a Sunday in March. Heart attack in the Northfield, the land he loved most. The funeral was packed. 273 people signed the guest book. Fellow farmers, suppliers, neighbors. A dozen of them pulled me aside with the same refrain.
You'll do right by your dad's legacy. He was so proud of you.
The reading was the following Thursday.
I leave the entirety of my farming operation, including all land, equipment, and assets, to my son. Girls can't run a business like this. It needs a man's hand.
The room tilted. I heard my mother's sharp intake of breath. I felt Tyler shift uncomfortably beside me. But the words kept echoing. Girls can't run a business. Not, my daughter isn't interested. Not, I'm splitting it differently. Girls can't. Mr. Patterson kept reading. Something about a small cash inheritance for me. Enough for a nice wedding someday. But I stopped listening. My ears were ringing. Mom?
Honey, your father, he had traditional views, but Tyler will take care of...
Traditional views? I ran that farm's books for 6 years. I negotiated our supplier contracts. I implemented the irrigation system that saved us $40,000 annually. And Dad left it to someone who doesn't know a combine from a tractor?
Look, sis, I know this is weird, but Dad must have had his reasons. And honestly, you've got your degree. You can do anything. I need this.
The entitlement in his voice, casual, assumed, made my hands shake.
That's not fair.
Fair? You want to talk about fair?
Please, let's not fight. We're family. We need to stick together through this grief.
I looked at her hand on my sleeve. I looked at my brother's uncomfortable face. Looked at Mr. Patterson, who was studiously examining his paperwork. And something inside me went perfectly crystalline clear. I didn't argue, didn't yell, didn't cry. I signed where Mr. Patterson indicated, acknowledging receipt of my inheritance, which amounted to $12,000 and Dad's old pickup truck. Then I walked out of that office, drove to the farm, and packed my entire life into 7 boxes.
You're really leaving?
Nothing left to stay for. Apparently, I'm not capable of running this place.
Your dad was an idiot.
My dad is dead, and my family just made it very clear where I stand in the pecking order.
Where will you go?
Chicago. I have a friend from school who works at an agricultural investment firm. She's been trying to recruit me for 2 years.
And you're not going to tell them? Your mom?
Tyler?
I looked back at the house. The porch light was on. Mom's signal that dinner was ready had been for 23 years. The fields stretched out in neat rows, soil I'd tested and treated and loved. What's to tell? They made their choice. I hugged Stella, climbed into that pickup truck, and drove away from the only home I'd ever known. The calls started within hours. They continued for weeks. Mom, Tyler, Aunt Beverly, Uncle Frank. Numbers I didn't recognize, probably neighbors calling on my mother's behalf. I blocked them all. Stella was my only connection back home, and she fed me updates I didn't ask for.
Tyler hired some guy from town to help manage things. Apparently he's charging $200 a day and doesn't know much more than Tyler does. Your mom is worried sick. She keeps asking if I've heard from you. The spring planting is a disaster. They put corn where your rotation schedule called for soybeans. The soil's all wrong.
I listened, didn't respond. I kept working. By month 3, I'd been promoted to senior analyst. By month 5, I was managing a portfolio of 37 farm operations across the Midwest, worth a combined $83 million. I was good at my work. Better than good. Turns out all those years of hands-on experience, combined with my business degree, made me exactly the kind of specialist firms paid premium rates for. Month 6, the voicemails changed tone.
Baby, please call us back. It's urgent. The farm, we're in trouble.
I messed up, okay? I admit it. We need your help. Just please call me back.
This is awkward, but your mother gave me your number. The farm has defaulted on its loan payments for 3 consecutive months. We've initiated foreclosure proceedings. I know you're not the owner of the record, but your mother seems to think you might be able to help. If you could call me back, I'd appreciate it.
I sat in my apartment, a sleek 1-bedroom with lake views I'd rented with my first bonus, and stared at my phone.
You heard?
Yeah.
Are you going to help them?
I thought about Dad's voice reading that will. Girls can't run a business. Thought about Tyler's casual entitlement, my mother's silent complicity. Why should I?
Because you're better than they are.
That's exactly why I shouldn't. Being better than them means not cleaning up messes made by people who didn't value me.
Your mom didn't write the will.
No, but she sat there and accepted it. She chose Dad's misogyny over defending her daughter. She chose Tyler over me.
Fair enough. What are you going to do?
I looked out my window at Chicago's glittering skyline. I'm going to send them a message. The next morning, I called Mr. Whitmore back. I understand the Morrison farm is in default.
Yes, I was hoping.
I'm interested in purchasing the property, not to help my family, as a business investment.
I see. That's unusual.
Is it? I'm an agricultural investment analyst. The property has been mismanaged but has strong fundamentals. Good soil, established infrastructure, excellent location. I'd like to make an offer through my firm.
Your family would need to be notified.
Of course. I'll leave that to you. 2 days later, my phone exploded.
How could you? Your own family.
You're trying to steal the farm? Are you insane?
Your father would be ashamed. I let them all go to voicemail. Then I crafted a single text message and sent it to all of them. Dad said girls can't run a business. You all agreed with him, either actively or through silence. Now you need that same girl to save you from the consequences of giving everything to someone unqualified. The irony is not lost on me. I'm making a business decision, nothing personal. If you can't meet the bank's requirements, someone will buy the farm. I'm simply making sure it's someone who will actually take care of it. My mother called immediately. I answered.
Please, I'm sorry. We were wrong. Your father was wrong. I should have fought for you. Just please don't do this.
Do what, Mom? Buy a failing farm at market value? Help Tyler avoid foreclosure by purchasing the property he's proven incapable of managing?
You're punishing us.
I closed my eyes. No, I'm protecting Dad's land from further destruction. And I'm doing it through the business skills you all decided I didn't have.
What do you want? Money? An apology? Just tell me what it takes to make this right.
And there it was, the moment I'd been unconsciously waiting for. I want you to admit it, all of you. I want you to say out loud that Dad was wrong, that you were wrong, that gender has nothing to do with business competence, and everything you believed about who deserved that farm was based on nothing but prejudice. They came to Chicago, all of them. Mom, Tyler, Aunt Beverly, Uncle Frank. They sat in a conference room at my office, the one with the view of Lake Michigan, and they apologized.
I knew I wasn't qualified. I wanted to believe Dad saw something in me, that I could figure it out. I was wrong about all of it.
I was raised to believe men led and women supported. I knew you were more capable, but I thought tradition was safer. I failed you as a mother.
Your father was my big brother. I defended him my whole life, but he was wrong about this, and I was wrong to support it. I listened to all of them. I watched them squirm. I felt absolutely nothing. Then I slid a folder across the table. Morrison Agricultural Investments has agreed to purchase the farm. You'll avoid foreclosure. Tyler, you'll be offered a position as a supervised farmhand, minimum wage, with the opportunity to actually learn the business if you're willing. Mom, you can stay in the house rent-free for as long as you want. Relief flooded their faces. However, I will be managing the operation remotely with an on-site manager I've already hired. Someone with an actual degree in agricultural science and 15 years of experience. You'll answer to her, Tyler, and if she determines you're not worth keeping on, you're gone.
And you? Will you come home?
I looked at the family I'd loved my entire life, the people who'd reduced my worth to my gender, who'd let me walk away without a fight. Chicago is my home now. The farm is a business asset in my portfolio. Nothing more. That was 8 months ago. The farm is profitable again. Tyler actually stuck with it. Turns out being held accountable and properly trained makes a difference. Mom and I talk monthly. She's started volunteering at a women's business center in town. Says she's trying to make up for lost time, helping young women believe in themselves. As for me, I'm about to make a partner at 31. I manage 212 agricultural operations across 17 states. And I've started a scholarship fund for young women pursuing agricultural business degrees. I named it after my father. Not to honor him, but to prove him wrong. Every single year, with every single girl who gets funding and goes on to run circles around the men who underestimated her. Sometimes the best revenge isn't destruction. It's succeeding so completely that your absence becomes everyone's loss, and your presence becomes the prize they no longer deserve. My family begged me to come home. I built a better one. If this story resonated with you, share your experience in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss what comes next.